These are already. Yeah, the porch.
They got motion. We delivered them. Well, everybody, I want to thank you for coming. I call the meeting to order. We start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How is everybody tonight?
Good.
Awesome. Gonna start, is there any public comments on the agenda items?
I have.
Do you mind going to the
I
microphone?
will, I get nervous, I look stupid.
Don't be nervous. We're happy you're here. We appreciate you.
Question, because I see that you have the holding tank ordinance, the sign ordinance, and the property maintenance ordinance.
Yes.
Did you already write it in your advertising as done right now?
No,
Or, oh, you're not, okay, that's.
no, we're in the beginning stages of it.
Okay,
Yeah, we still have to go through all that, but I want to keep it on the agenda so it stays top of mind and it don't get left behind.
okay, so then my other question is gonna be, it's gonna be reviewed at the workshop then for people who have something to say about it, so I'm not taking up your time here.
There's a chance it'll be at the workshop. When's our next workshop?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, so yeah.
Okay, so if I have any concerns or things that I
Yeah.
want answered, they'll be at the workshop, be best for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Any other public comments on the agenda items?
I thought the sign ordinance was done.
You didn't have the same, different features, and you didn't have.
Gonna make a motion to approve the March 25th, 2026 supervisors meeting minutes.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Bills for March 25th, 2026, general, $7,346.28. Open space, 85. Fire, $1,071.40. Library, $2,272.05. Ambulance, $756.49. Bills for April 1st, 2026, general, $77,470. Open space, $785.60. Fire, $300. Ambulance, $2,312.13. Library, $6,944.66. Park, $4,844.60. I make a motion to approve the bills for March 25th, 2026 and April 1st, 2026.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, April 1st, 2026. Total net pay, $18,874.60. Federal withholding, $1,535.92. PA withholding, $723.44. Total, $23,565.19. Make a motion to accept payroll for April 1st, 2026.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Permit report for March of 2026, 5 building permits, 7 zoning permits, 3 septic permits. Make a motion to accept the permit report for March of 2026.
Second that.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Pocono Mountain Regional EMS dispatch.
Did you?
Did I miss the treasurer?
Treasurer's report?
Thank you, I appreciate that. General fund ending balance, 196,1025. State fund, 202,122.21. Fire fund, 95,805.92. LST fund, 11,550.44. Ambulance fund, 2,313.13. Library, 6,945.66. Road machinery fund, 29,166.11. Open space fund, 46,329.48. Park and rec fund, 37,376.95. Our FK capital purchase loan has a balance of 503,768. Do I have a motion for the treasurer's report?
I move we accept the treasurer's report.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Pocono Mountain Regional EMS Dispatch Report. Barrett Township, for the month of March, we had 40 dispatches and year-to-date, 112. Make a motion to accept the Pocono Mountain Regional EMS Report.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Monroe County Control Center overdose statistics, March of 2026, 0. Year-to-date, 0. I like those reports.
Yeah.
Make a motion to accept the overdose report.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Force, do you want to mention anything?
Yeah, maybe right at the end where we do all that stuff. Old business payroll, 2/3/2026. We're gonna make a motion to table that.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Old business employee handbook. Not quite sure why that's on there. What do you guys have?
Well, I just went over the FMLA, the family leave stuff with the road crew. Made sure everybody was aware exactly what the employee handbook had to say about that. But we have not made any changes to the handbook. The handbook
Okay.
stands as it is.
I don't think we have.
That doesn't require a motion.
No, sounds good. So the next three are the ordinances that's kind of been on the table, and I just wanted to keep them on the agenda as old business to discuss them. Because I think it's important to get some of these moving, pretty fast. We're getting a lot of complaints on a lot of different things, septics, property maintenance. It's pretty messy around town, and these are updated ways of us to handle some stuff. So I don't know if we keep the discussion going. I know property maintenance has already been through the planning commission, so I think that it's the closest to being completed. Do we have any input on that? December 3rd, the planning commission moved it on to us. Did you guys review it? Like, is it ready for advertising?
I think that the planning commission had a lot of comments to make about
I keep
things on it.
hearing those, but I don't see a list of them and I don't have them.
Okay,
And you and Bill sit on it, so.
There was only 2 comments, and I think that when it went back to the supervisors, that they get addressed. But I don't know if they, at the time, it was tabled, I don't know if they went through the rest of the ordinance, but they had 2 comments.
They didn't go through the rest of it. You guys didn't go, because we were supposed to go through the vacant part.
Right, it
And I
was
passed
tabled,
something- Yeah,
yeah, and they had 2 questions, I think the 2 were answered, but it was tabled.
So the planning commission tabled it?
Yeah, they didn't go through the whole thing.
they
I
did,
I watched the December 3rd meeting and they approved everything.
I don't,
No, Brick did get all the way through, and the rest of the planning commission did get all the way through planning, chapter 375 of property maintenance.
what meeting was that? Was I not there?
It was December 3rd.
I don't remember that.
Okay, so we have to revisit the planning commission, make sure that they got through it, address their comments.
there were some sections that were off the table because the
Right.
supervisors had said they weren't
Correct.
gonna consider that, so,
So they didn't even review them because they were off the table,
right,
and they're still off.
right.
If I could make a suggestion,
Yes.
it would probably be helpful to you as the supervisors if you received a written recommendation from the planning commission that had itemized comments or changes
Okay,
that the planning commission wants you to consider. Then you
Nicole,
can either do that or not.
can you ask for that from Brick
Yes,
or, whoever?
I'll get in touch with Rick.
Okay, just CC all of us on that, just to
Yep.
make sure we're all on the same page. So the next thing was the holding tank, or were we good with that? Recommendation with the planning commission?
How come we are?
Yeah, I had gone through and sent to everybody some comments from when we did the holding tanks back in,
Hang on, I was
2024.
asking if we were done with the property maintenance.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
thought you said
I've been
holding tanks.
bouncing around. I did, but I wanted to just make sure we were done with property maintenance. Carol, if you have a comment, do you mind? I'm sorry,
Yes.
it just really helps with the recordings if we could talk at the microphone.
Would be nicer if we could pass it.
You can take it back to your seat. I don't mind.
Your steps. Then I'll say too much.
Nah, it's all right.
Now I forgot what I even wanted to say.
You asked how come there weren't planning commission
Oh,
meetings?
yes, how come we are not having a planning commission meetings anymore?
I don't think there's anything on their agenda right now.
I thought we had this and
I thought the,
did we not have something else we were, what else were we working? on?
they only have meetings when stuff's on the agenda, so, this was passed, they just didn't pass their comments on to us, apparently.
Okay, cause I know there were questions on a lot of different things. But I don't, I've been to every meeting, I don't remember, I don't remember.
All right, thank you, Carol, I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am?
But I thought they had to have them every month.
So I guess I don't understand the difference between a meeting and a workshop, because on 318 workshop, we talked about all three things. And all my notes say, according to the December 3rd meeting, the whatever group said that they're okay, and those 2 points and everything you just said was said on 318. And then,
So,
So
the
what-
difference between a workshop and a meeting is the meeting, we can take action on it. The workshop, we cannot take any action, vote, move anything. So then this would be the meeting where we could vote on it to advertise if everybody was on the same page.
okay, so the workshop, we talk about it, and then there were 2 meetings. And then there was the holiday, and now it's, let's get something from the commission from December 3rd.
Yep,
Got it.
thank you. I mean, that's where we're at with it. I gotta make sure we're all on the same page. And I'm sorry I went out of order of the agenda. I jumped right to the property maintenance because I think it's pretty good. I reviewed it a lot and I wanted to move on it, but
I'm sorry, because I have a problem with your vacant part on your property maintenance, vacant homes. It doesn't list military leave, at least the copy that I have,
okay.
as far as being
Can you
exempt.
reference what page you're talking about?
At 11.
37519 definition that says vacant properties and the ones that are exempt. I don't see anything for military leave. So 90 days.
So is this just the definition of what a vacant home is?
No, it's what is exempt from being vacant home.
Okay,
So you have the 90 days and then they want you to register the property. Or if you have it vacant for 90 days. So they don't have a military leave, and then they have something here that says if the owner is deceased, the lot is currently possessed by an administrator or executive appointed by the court, and the lot is conveyed within 1 year of the date of owner's death. And I want a clause, to put in there a clause that says unless it's under litigation. And the reason I say that is because I went through this, it was 6 years.
you're
of
talking
litigation.
about on the death unless it's under litigation.
Mhm. Well, that's what I'm saying, because litigation can take many years. It took us 6.5 years. And the property was in my name, and I couldn't do anything with it but pay a mortgage and do everything to it. And that's just the way it was. And for me to have to file it as vacant because I had squatters in it is not fair.
Right,
So it's just not detailed enough for me as far as being exempt, if that makes any sense. Because the cops can come and say, okay, they're squatters, they're not gonna get them out, they're gonna say it's a civil matter and you take care of it, and that's what it took me 6.5 years.
I get it, definitely, and
So I thought that was an issue. And then, since they're saying it's done, my other issue is the registration. You want people to register it for $500 a year and you want the house inspected every year. If it's vacant, so I guess I believe in less government. What is it to you if my house is vacant? If the outside looks fine, it's cleaned up, why do you have to go in my house to get it inspected? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Explanation of why do you feel that's important? Personally, me, I don't feel like I should have to register any of my properties. It's my property, what I do with it should fit, as long as it meets all your property maintenance. It's not a trash can, and there's no junkyard, the lawns cut, everything. And then you want me to advertise and put my name, or no, a local agent in a visible matter in the public right of way, so people can see that it's vacant. I feel that's a safety issue. Now you're asking, we have a homeless issue here in Mount Pocono. People do come down here. So now you're saying this is empty. Walk in my house, go ahead,
Yeah.
help yourself. And the cops aren't gonna do a thing. Been there,
so I
done.
think our idea is a lot of our vacant houses, we don't have a way to contact a lot of the people, so this is just building a contact list, so when you register it, we have a registration and a point of contact. The reason why I think we need to inspect it is a lot of these houses are you know, have structural issues and problems with that, so I think it's important to register it and inspect it. I don't think the registration should come without an inspection of the
Okay, so-
property.
If I buy, okay, I own 2 homes right now, in the process of I'm buying the third one in Barrett Township. If I'm in the process of doing all this, you're telling me my homes are fine, they're structurally sound, and you wanna come in and inspect it every year because it's empty 90 days of the year, and then you want me to register it on top of that, right? So I can understand registering the home. I can understand that,
Mhm.
that you wanna know what's vacant, fine. Another way to police me, another way to follow me, that's fine, great. If I leave on vacation, if I decide to keep it, if I decide to collect whatever I collect, you guys wanna know about it, right? But to go on my home and have to check it every single year, if I'm deciding what I do with it, I mean, it should be my business as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
And you want me to put a sign on front of it to invite people in. So, okay, so say that we go and you say, okay, too bad, we're gonna register it, fine, we register it.
Mhm.
But you want me to put a sign in front of it? That to me, just,
Maybe I missed
that to me is like compelled speech. You're forcing me to do something that I don't want.
Understood.
That's just, I just don't see the
Yeah.
sense in that. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, I think some people might feel that way. Do you wanna advertise your empty homes if you're fortunate enough to buy another property?
No,
No.
I think that's not what we were thinking of at the time. We were thinking more like homes that have been abandoned and are starting to fall down.
And I could see that.
And so we need to rethink how we're gonna word this to take care of situations where it's not somebody from California that bought it online and are letting it rot.
If it's an LLC for somebody, and I could see that, like I said, if it's outside, structurally sound on the outside, like I said, it's there, I just don't see, now there's another thing in here, you said you want a contact that's 25 miles away. Well, I have family who lives 50 miles away in Allentown, anywhere you go in Pennsylvania, it's almost 50 miles where anybody else lives, as far as family, so I thought 25 miles was a little bit too small.
So the contacts are usually like a property management or somebody that could get there within an emergency or something like that. I just wanted to bounce back to the active military exemption, and I did see this. So you were reading out of the definition, registration requirements, which is on page 12, 375-21A, has an active military persons are exempt from this registration.
Okay, I didn't see that, wait, where was it?
Page 12, 375-21, registration requirements, section A.
I don't have, this. I'm gonna address.
So
I'll write it down, look it up on page 21, right?
Yeah, I think one of the problems might be there were so many versions and changes.
That's what I was saying, this is my
Good.
copy.
And that's how, when we get to the point of advertising, and that's why like the final version gets out, and then we will have a meeting where we could like go through it, so.
I'm in the
May-
older version, it's page 14.
I'm looking at, and you have it. Yeah, I don't have it on page 4.
Maybe we can show you after.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna basically print these out then for the workshop.
Yep.
And then we just, I think.
Yep. Thank you, Hazel. I appreciate all that information.
Sorry, I
Michael.
guess, related to that, I just wanna make sure I understand
The
the
registration.
process, well,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, just in general,
Okay.
the process of where the government is right now, so. These ordinances were first introduced, gosh, at this point, almost a year ago. They went to the planning commission. Are we saying officially that they were passed out of the planning commission, but without comments? Or that they were tabled by the planning commission? Because my understanding was it was the former, and that this board could, very easily tonight advertise these ordinances for public comments like the one, Hazel just made at a future workshop.
So I think we're a little bit conflicted here on whether it was passed out with comment or tabled. I think it was passed out with comment from what I seen in the last video that we posted online. And I know it's not traditional to work through this like a workshop, but workshops only come once a month. So I just kind of threw them on the agenda so we could keep this conversation going, keep the balls in the air, so we're not another year out. Like the sign ordinance, I think we're on year 3 or 4 with the sign ordinance, and so it's just to kind of keep it moving. But yeah, it is my understanding, and we have to get confirmation of Brick where we're at with that.
We could look it up in the meeting minutes.
Sure.
Should we do that?
Look up the planning commission meeting minutes. I'm just curious because they approved them. Well, have they approved them? They haven't had another meeting.
All right, thank you. I would just hate to see another season go by before folks could come.
You know, and I think where it's really important is we get complaints every single day on certain property maintenance things that are in our actual codes now, but we don't have any enforcement actions. So that's why I wanted to keep them going, because it is tough to tell people, yep, we mailed them a letter, yep, we mailed them a letter, and they're living next to blight. Are we good with the property maintenance? I know you're looking that up, Nicole, but we can kind of bounce.
I had something in.
Do we want to bounce to the sign ordinance? Cause I'm going backwards and I'll go to the one right above it. While we're looking some stuff up. Or do we want to just wait?
Yeah, well, I actually thought that we were prepared to advertise for the sign ordinance. I thought the sign ordinance was one that we
So
had the best handle on.
I agree, but then there's confusion. So again, with multiple copies being out, I realized Frank Del Nero's comment wasn't even in my version of the sign ordinance. It had already been corrected about the 48 by 14 digital
Right.
sign. And I thought I was senile. I went back and forth. And Nicole found a version that did show it. So Todd, do you know where we're at with the sign
Yeah,
ordinance?
I-
Because
This is my best recollection. There was a meeting at which the board took public comment or heard comment on it. And you had Neil.
was it summer, fall?
I'm thinking fall or winter, late last year. And Neil Albert participated by Zoom. I think I participated by Zoom, so it might have been a workshop.
Okay,
And there were a number of questions raised about the sign ordinance draft that was done at that time. And there were concerns about some provisions passing constitutional muster, is this
political signs,
political signs? Are we regulating things in a way that we're not allowed to regulate?
right?
And there were some other issues I can't remember if I expressed them at that meeting or just the report, but there were lots of signs defined. And there were regulations embedded in the definition of the sign. So instead of going to a section of the ordinance where you find the
The
regulations, you have to
definition should
read.
just be the sign.
Yes, I think the definition ought to be the definition and the regulations ought to be separate. So somebody can read it and understand what's going
And I
on.
think in the past, we made that mistake too, because we have a definition, like in the property maintenance, about vacant or abandoned cars. But that's the only place that the violation is in the
Yeah.
definition. It's not
Yeah.
farther in the ordinance.
Yeah, and it's sort of creates a gotcha kind of situation.
And I think that's where Frank's 14 by 48 of the digital sign, it was in the definition. It wasn't even in the regulation of it.
So after that discussion, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just going by my memory. After that discussion, it got put on the back burner because the board wanted to prioritize the data center ordinance.
Right.
And so that took up that occupied the planning commission, and then it occupied the supervisors, and the sign ordinance kind of sat. Then the board changed over and while it was sitting and while I had some time, I kind of looked at it and was tinkering with it to try to address the issues that I recalled from that prior discussion to try to fix it.
Do you think you could have the most recent version with your comments for the next workshop? to us?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that would be the best and most fair thing is we just have the newest version.
Yep.
Everybody has it, it's on the table. We can post it on our second TV over here and we could go through it line by line in our workshop. So I also want to say the reason why this seems so confusing is you have 3 of us board members that weren't even really involved other than being in public. So we kind of went back through meeting minutes and said, hey, we got these ordinances, let's not just let them fall behind. So we're also getting up to speed with you guys. So I think that if you guys agree, that would be the most fair thing is to have Todd come up with the most recent version of the signed ordinance. We have them on the table, we have them in front of us, and then we can all be on the same page.
Going through my files, I have April 9th, 2025, June 2025, August 2025, a new version for March 20.
So throw them all away, we're getting new ones.
It's like,
Are
what
you
am I
okay?
looking at here?
You okay with that? So that's where we're gonna leave off with the sign ordinance. Did you have a thing on the sign or you going back to property maintenance?
Going back to property maintenance.
All right,
So the planning commission had not reconvened to approve the December 3rd minutes yet,
okay,
but the minutes do reflect that property maintenance review was completed on December 3rd.
okay. So can we just reach out? When would they have a meeting? Oh, it would have been last.
If we want them to review sign, then we can ask them to reconvene.
I don't think it's the sign, it's the property maintenance comments.
But we could approve the meeting minutes
You,
then,
you can
right?
reconvene to approve minutes.
Yeah, if you guys could approve the meeting.
Reorg has
minutes.
not occurred yet, so,
Yeah, maybe it's good for you guys to have a meeting.
there's also another public comment. Danielle asking about property maintenance pertaining to Palmisano.
The property maintenance or Palmisano. What's your question?
You said, does that include Palmisano?
Property maintenance would include the entire township.
I think she's saying because it's a sanitation place, because they have garbage there, I guess, you guys what they mean?
I mean, they still have to maintain their property to our ordinances. Yep. Any other comments?
Well, I understand they have to maintain to the property maintenance, but it's, I mean, that's her business, that she collects garbage, so she's gonna have stuff out sometimes.
Right.
Have to be,
No, I
So they're
agree.
not-
I don't think they're,
oh, okay.
I'm saying like, in my business, I have stuff out too.
Yeah.
In anybody's business, they have stuff out. You have to adhere to it. You know, I don't know. But yeah, they still have to
I
adhere. to it.
understand that, but she is a garbage place, so she is gonna take, I mean, it's gonna look different than it is your place or, you know, some other contractor's place will look different
Mhm.
to somebody else. I mean, I think that should be taken into consideration. That she's not actually leaving the stuff out there on purpose. It's that
Right.
they have to sort it out too. They have to do their things.
Understood.
Mm.
Holding tank. So I reached out to Zach because I figured having our SEO's comments would also be good. And he sent just a few comments on just duplicate stuff where we reference DEP. So I want to pass these also on, I don't know if you revised this
I
or,
haven't seen
or
it.
Zach revised it. I just got it, so I'm gonna forward that to you. And
Sure.
maybe we'll also do the same thing at the next workshop. So now we'll have clean ordinances of everything and everybody's on the same page.
And I had gone through some of the things we had done on the last ordinance and Todd's comments from 12/24 and sent you all some of the things that were added to that ordinance. As far as setbacks from places and.
Yep.
And I did reach out to Promised Land to find out more about the fact that they do have holding tanks only on the state park property. And I talked to, Glenn Martin from Green Township, and he does Green and Palmyra, and they do not allow holding tanks except
On Promised Land.
in the Promised Land property that have cabins that have been there forever. And if they have to fix anything, then they have to go with a septic system.
Yeah, I reached out to Green Township also, which Glenn is a part of, and they were asked to adopt a holding tank ordinance, and they talked about it, but they definitely did
Yeah.
not.
Why did they not?
You'd have to ask Glenn Martin or Green Township.
I
I
just
don't
figured
know.
you were there and you asked them.
No,
They
I asked them and they said that they didn't adopt it.
They didn't.
When I talked to Glenn Martin, he said that it's considered a temporary solution when you're repairing something and not the
And
end
very
all.
costly too.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever owns the house, extremely costly.
Well, we'll discuss that.
Just one job.
Yeah, the,
That's all right. So here's Jefferson Townships and Westfall Townships that did adopt them. So I did find a couple that haven't. I think my only stance on it is why make another abandoned vacant property? Now, that's it.
I make another what? Sorry.
Abandoned or vacant property if they decide they wanna use a holding tank. I'd say it's their, you know, we talk about like government outreach and stuff. Why am I gonna tell somebody they can't use a holding tank and they have to vacate their property? You know, so that was just my idea of it, but. All right, we're gonna also come up with revisions to the holding tank and we'll have that at the next workshop also. But I am gonna encourage everybody that if you have comments or you wanna have inputs, let's get those emailed over to the township ahead of time. Because although these meetings are great, if we can implement some ideas ahead of time, we start out ahead. Because when you go from month to month to month, it's easy to be behind like 3-4 years, like the sign ordinance. I wanna encourage everybody to, let's keep these things moving. And I do appreciate public input. I'm not discounting that.
That sign ordinance was going when Fluff was a supervisor.
Well, and we do have a sign ordinance on the books. It's not that there isn't a sign ordinance. but-
That's a revision.
But
to it.
They've been trying to revise it since then.
We good with ordinances?
Yep.
All right, moving on. Historical Society donation, America 250 event. Since Daryl and Patty are involved in that, I'm gonna have you guys talk about that.
well, I'm on the committee for America 250 and we have a lot of things planned. There's a list here, there's a list on our, website. And one of the things that we're planning on doing is something for Patriots Day. And we have already 30 people who have traced their ancestry back, a lot of them to a Price, who was in the Revolutionary War. And so we're gonna have a program where we have music by a fife and drum corps, and we're gonna hold it here at Bark, rain or shine, nice if it's outside and inside if it's raining. And present a certificate to all the people that do have an ancestor that was involved in the Revolutionary War in whatever capacity, as a soldier or someone that was helping out. And so all of those activities cost money, and so we're asking the township to use money from the Park and Rec Fund which this is kind of a recreation thing for the whole township to come and see and, you know, applaud those people. And so we're asking for a donation,
How much are you asking for?
$2,000.
And we're certain that this can come from the Park and Rec Fund?
Well, recreation,
I just don't know the outlines on the allocations from the fund. I didn't know if Park and Rec had to be used for an event in the park, like that. I'm not
The Park and Rec Fund does have strings on it, and it's not an issue that I've looked at before.
Right.
Patty's talking about it tonight, so I would like to give you an opinion on that
I
before you
agree.
spend it. I
Okay,
mean, you
can
can
we
spend it in
table
general
that?
fund, but it's coming from the Park and Rec Fund. That's a separate tax that is earmarked for just certain
okay,
uses.
well,
If you
we
don't-
did ask when the budget was going through about getting it from the general fund,
Mhm.
but,
All right, well, I can give you.
if you can
feedback
check
on
that,
Sure.
that would be great.
When do you need an answer for this, and when is this event that you'll need the money for?
The event is
July 12th.
July 12th,
Okay,
and, yeah, so it's not like we're asking for the money today to pay out, you know.
is the
Just-
township the only one you're asking for money, or are you guys sending letters out to everybody?
No, we've gotten, support from the county. And many of our members above their membership dues for the Historical Society gave donations for all of the semi-quincentennial events that we have planned for the year, but we just want to make sure that
So is
it's
this
covered. The
earmarked?
Fife and Drum Corps is, to have the Fife and Drum Corps come up from the Philadelphia area is costing us $2,000.
And that event was where? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be here at
It's
Park.
gonna be here,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So who is gonna be the recipient of the money?
Barrett Township Historical
The
Society.
Historical Society. We're also planning a Children's Day with craft demonstrations and games, and we're buying some of the toys like where you have the ball on the string and you try to catch it, and then there's this whirligig thing that if you rub the wood against the notches, it makes the propeller spin, and just some of those old-fashioned games to demonstrate to the kids. Having them make different things. We have lots of programs with speakers that are talking about different things, and all of the Historical Society programs are open to the public. So this isn't just for the Patriots Day, although that's the big one at Park.
Okay, I'd like some, clarification if we can use that from the Park and Rec, because that would be good here, no, if we
Yeah.
could. And if the donation could go to them, or if we have to like, pay a bill, you know what I mean, or however it's gotta work.
So it sounds like, if I'm hearing what Patty's saying accurately, the donation would be to the Barrett Township Historical Society to support programming in connection with the American 250.
Yeah, and the county has given us some grant money for that also, but as everybody knows, things add up.
For sure. All right, so I think we should table that, and then also, if the public has any input before our next meeting, let's have some input.
Real quick on that, is the Historical Society part of the municipality?
No, it's its own entity.
So could you guys maybe try, I know the fire department does it a lot, is sponsorships. You could reach out to local businesses that I'm pretty sure that would love to do the 250th anniversary, that would give money towards it and really help go towards this event, which seems like it's a good event. Which would help with tax or, so we're not robbing Peter to pay Paul on this one.
Good idea.
I just think,
And we
I
have,
know municipalities can't take sponsorship, money on events, but.
Historical societies can.
Yeah, you guys could.
and we have reached out to the Rotary, and they've been generous with donations and,
Oh, yeah.
and, helping us out.
You got many businesses in town that, I don't know if you guys follow our page on Facebook, but we have many local businesses that anywhere from $250 to $3,000 they get, so and we have a one-day event just like what you guys are doing, so I really think you should look into that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grover. Nicole,
So is there a second to table?
second. Discussion? All in favor? New policy, or new business, leave policy resolution 2026 0408 2026 is just clarification to when an employee either resigns, retires, and goes from there. So it's a handbook policy confirmed that the Board of Supervisors confirms that under Barrett Township Employee Handbook, unused personal leave is not paid to an employee upon separation from employment for any reason, including resignation, retirement, termination, or layoff. And I think that this is to just break the no past practices implied benefit. So no matter what we've done in the past, we're gonna follow our handbook, and that's why we're going to adopt this resolution. So I want to make a motion to adopt the resolution. Do I have to read it again? Yep. Resolution number 2026 0408 2026. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence, Monroe County Vector Control Mosquito Season. So this is just an FYI from Vector Control. I think it's just an FYI. I want to leave it up there if we read it, but basically it's just saying we're getting into mosquito season and ways to manage it.
I have a question about that. I'll go look here.
Sure.
I really wanted to ask Sean.
Well, you can, I'll give it to him. There you go, Sean.
I have a cow pond and I'm right across from the shepherds.
Okay.
And you said that tested positive. Does that mean that I could possibly end up with, I have a water garden and which it does not have, it has flowing water at times, not all the time. But you had said they were going to treat with something. I was wondering whether it's something that I can get and treat, or is it,
Sure, we could get you in contact with the vector control
okay,
and get you more information on that. Yeah, unfortunately,
Actually, the flyer right there, we can make her a copy of if you want.
Yeah. Are we able to put this onto the township website?
Yep, we can put it on the website. We can make some copies for anybody that wants it.
copy would nice for me.
But there are commercial products that you can get to treat just those types of things that you might have on your property. And they're larvicides. So it's something you would put in the water of the cow pond so that it would
Okay,
take care of the mosquitoes before they became airborne, adults.
it isn't really a cow pond, that's what it's called.
I know you don't have cows in it.
All right, thanks, Carol.
We don't know offhand the name of the stuff, but
Yeah.
you can get stuff.
Miscellaneous,
So make me a copy of that,
yes.
thank you.
Miscellaneous non-agenda business, certificate of insurance, F and F paving, and B and B custom pools. Do you have any public comments?
That means they apply to you for a certificate?
Richard Dale, County Dentist. I would like to know if the board would put on like 2 alternate candidates or 2 alternate supervisors. So we don't go through what we've gone through for the last 4 months, not having anybody on the board.
So I believe we have to follow the process that we did. I think it's the only alternative, in the second class township. So when we have a resignation, then actually the way we did it something Barrett Township did, accepting letters. We can appoint somebody right off of the bat. But the second class township already outlays the rules that we have to follow. I don't think we could, as a municipality, change that.
Also, why does it take so long to get the minutes out for the meetings? I mean, is there a reason why it waits 2 or 3 weeks to get them out? Why can't they be put out?
So we have to approve them at the next meeting.
But you put them out this morning and they weren't approved.
Did we put them out?
No,
No, I think he's talking about the meeting agenda. Are you talking
No,
about?
no, the meeting from the meeting minutes.
The minutes have to get approved.
So we approve these meeting minutes and then we'll post them. So they're from March 25th meeting. So now we could post the March 25th meeting. But we will do better at trying to expedite that. So March 25th meeting minutes will be put on the website this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rich.
But normally there will be a 1 week delay. It's because of that 1 week off, right? So because you wrote on it the next week, so there will always be 1 week delay.
So we always have to approve the meeting minutes in the next official meeting.
That's what.
And I will say, like, we're getting up to speed with our website. We all know we have a website problem and updating, and we're trying to find ways to make that happen faster. But what'll happen now is our meeting minutes will be posted now, so that's the process.
Wait, they will,
Yep.
The ones that were just approved will.
right, but to his point, the reason there was such a delay was the 1 week off, and I think that's what.
Because we had
was
a
April
workshop.
1st.
Yeah, so we had the,
Right.
oh, well, we had
Right.
a day off, a week off,
Exactly.
or if a workshop's in between, it takes a
Right,
couple
so
weeks.
I think that speaks to the delay that he was.
These minutes that we're reading, that you have here tonight, that you hand out,
Right,
yeah, I mean, you approve them tonight.
we just approved them, so now we can put them on the website.
But if they're already out today, I don't understand why you can't have them out within a week after the meeting.
Because if we put them out today and we didn't approve them, we can't post them on our website.
But they're only good after they're approved, so I don't understand why they can't be put out so people can read them ahead of time.
I think that's just a procedure.
That's how it works, yeah.
We do try to, we are going YouTube live with our video and not post immediately after. So the video will be available, but the printed minutes are available after we prove them. But I understand your point. Like, why can't we circulate it? Because just like we ran into with the ordinance, everybody has different versions of them. So say we circulated them and then we made changes to them now, we approve them contingent on this change. Well, then you got that version, I got this version.
But I already have that version.
I'm just saying my reasoning. I get it.
I have 4 ordinance for version.
So we shouldn't put the meeting minutes there until we approve them.
I mean, just the, devil's advocate to that point, though, the last time when Mark Fisher asked
Yeah.
about, we were able to make those changes more immediately,
Before we posted them on the website.
right,
All right, I appreciate the comments. Michael,
Are we in general public comment? I've lost
We
track of
are.
Where we are.
Sure.
we
Okay.
definitely are.
Well, I have fun stuff to talk about. So, Michael Allegretti with Bedco. For those of you who joined the November 18th meeting, which was obviously almost 6 months ago at this point, at that time, we said, come the spring, we'll start to roll out different programs and things for the community, separate and apart from any sort of strategic planning, and certainly separate and apart from property maintenance and some of those issues. So basically, starting around April 15th, April 20th, you're gonna start to see lots of stuff on our Facebook page. We're gonna be launching hopefully an Instagram account as well for those of you who use that. We're gonna have a brand new website. And the reason I'm mentioning that is I think the single most uttered word in this building is transparency. You're either for it, you're against it, you don't know where you are. So there will literally not be a document that we do not put on our website. You'll see it all. It'll be there for you to read, to download, to share. It'll include a 5-year strategic plan. Once financials are available, because they have to be filed with the government, it'll be on our website as well. There'll also be various programs that you can join and sign up for. So I just wanted to preview 2 of those tonight, start to get a buzz going in the community. But the real solid information will start to be on our social media channels and on our website. So those two things, the first one is, we're piggybacking, meaning we're lining up, with two of the township sponsored cleanup days that are planned for the rest of this year. So, I believe you guys do them on Saturdays. So on Mondays, July 13th, and then later in the fall on September 14th, we're gonna have complimentary, meaning cost-free, reservation-based curbside cleanup days, or in plain English, junk removal days. You will see township trucks with township drivers going to the place, but it will be 100% subsidized or paid for by Bedco. But it is reservation-based, and we don't have limitless resources, so we're gonna say over and over again, you need to make a reservation. And we'll go to as many homes as we're able to accommodate before we run out of money and run out of manpower. So keep an eye out for that, and that's an effort to try to address kind of maintenance and the upkeep of our community, in a very simple way, picking up stuff that people don't want anymore. The second thing I think is really, really exciting, and it's very different, and that is a big, massive 2-day country and bluegrass concert right here at the park, not in the park, outside of the park. We're bringing in acts from across the country, Georgia, Nashville, Northeast PA. One day is gonna be country music, one day is gonna be bluegrass music. It's a benefit concert for the Pocono Mountains Music Festival, which is based here in Barrett Township, and I would argue needs to be known more broadly across the region. We have incredible sponsors, which we'll reveal in the coming days, but they're businesses and organizations you know from the Pocono region. So a lot of people are stepping up to do this. And the reason I wanted to mention it tonight at this supervisors meeting, and again, this will all be on our website, is we're offering 50% off tickets specifically to Barrett residents. So if a ticket costs $25, it costs $12.50 for all of you. Why are we doing it? To attract tourists, to attract people to our community, to spend money in our stores and buy things, send some taxes hopefully to our government, and put some money in the pockets of businesses. So those are two things on tap, starting this spring. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, what's the date of
The second one, yeah.
So last
Good point, Karen. July 25th and 26th. So to the end of the music festival.
And do you have a list of the bands?
I sure do, and I could just tell you very quickly. Railroad Earth, who some of you know, they perform at the Sherman. They'll be our Sunday night headliner. And John Langston, who's a country singer from Loganville, will be our Saturday night headliner. And we'll reveal the rest over time, but they're cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it,
When you
Michael.
do your advertisement, you will list the band.
of course.
Okay.
Hazel.
So he mentioned a 5-year plan. Is that gonna be similar to what you guys did in 2013 with Penn Strategies, or is it a complete different plan? Because it sounded like Penn Strategies was about economic development of Barrett Township.
Yeah, so-
Assuming that had a 5-year lifespan as well. So is that why we're, hence the help of getting the 5-year extra plan?
So I think that was, you're referring to our.
Comprehensive.
Better tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
better tomorrow. I think
For
it's
sure,
called, right?
definitely. And you can see on some of that, things have happened, like we have an economical.
You got
develop-
building,
Yeah,
and I understand that, but I'm just wondering if that's the purpose of.
So although, some of their events come together, some of us work together, their 5-year plan and our 5-year plan are two different.
But our part of your plan's over though, isn't it?
That-
Isn't it out of date?
Has been, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So are we going to be getting resources? And is that the whole point of getting help to get our community going and our businesses going? So we have some,
I'm just saying their 5-year plan. Maybe so you're saying, are we redoing our 5-year plan? Are we redoing our comprehensive
we're
plan?
doing or combining it with theirs. I mean, the whole point is making.
I mean, the
our
idea is
successful.
we're all gonna kind of move forward in the same direction, but also government plan and economical development plan. They can have different goals than we have. Obviously, we're gonna talk about things that we can control, and stuff like that. So do we need to redo our plan? Yes, we definitely do. It's outdated. We moved past that. But I just we're not working on it actively right now. Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Can I just say your name real quick for,
It's Michael. Hello, I live on Oak Lane.
yes, sir.
Back in like December, we had spoke at a workshop meeting about Halloween. And about possibly getting like the firefighters to volunteer, possibly the police, somebody, because it's super dark on Oak Lane.
Mhm.
We did over 600 kids last year,
Wow,
so not including parents. It just gets a little crazy. So as a resident of like the main strip, who does hand out a crap ton of candy, it would just behoove us to maybe like look into more of like a safety thing, because there's no lights.
right,
I don't know, maybe like one,
Mhm.
and then the one that I put up.
right.
It just, yeah, that may be a speed bump or two, because people fly through there, so that's all.
Okay,
Just keeping that on the dock.
definitely. It'll be here before we know it.
I already started buying candy. Don't remind. That's all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Get it down. Get it down.
Just a quick question back up to, the permits report. Is that the number that were applied for per month, or is it applied and approved? What does that number reflect?
I think it's issued permits.
Oh, it's issued. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any other public comments? I'm gonna make a motion that we go into executive session for personnel and litigation.
Second.
Does that mean you're done?
Discussion,
Oh,
all in favor?
right.
No, we'll be back. But yeah, we're done. Nicole, do you mind making a copy for Kara? Thank you.
The one page will have the phone number and the email, right?
The vector?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a certain.
I could just have turned on to,
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You were just looking. Well, yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, I think it's.
Maybe what I would do, well,
Yeah.
very honest, as a straight person, actually. And I'm like, they found them there, I know, I just.
Every summer.
I actually remember this was. Well, yeah, you're fine. No, yeah. So what we're saying, yeah. But then, which I don't know why I'm gonna. Yeah, no, we keep, that's the through all issues. Oh. It is, that's it, so as soon as we find out. We aspire. And, but guess what? Those cottages are maintenance and they've been vacant. There's a lot. Well, get a fire. Yeah. And they have it on my. Snappers, they talk, yeah, I can already stop to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, they have. Yeah. $5 for people to have sometimes. Out of the tree from now, but what, but what she's talking about doing a fix, you're not gonna be getting things like that. Well, and you. Ask the TA. That's art. And so now I'm feeling I'm to preach. It's hard to go down, help you. You go on, leave, so, did you get your card? How do you,
Yeah.
Not interested. That. One package that's not shows. Yeah, I know. That's. And I can. It's gonna be very comfortable because the issues here. Has to be very calm. And so. And that was so great. Small bond. No, but yes, yeah, no, five. No. What we are doing, yeah. Is the actual, yeah, like beans. Yeah, I was. Definitely not. So I don't know. That's not the big. Oh, we have a county competition. Yeah. This is fine. You can just come for the aftermath result and you can be the growth. The letter, you know. And the end of it, no, it's fine. But we got us right here, you know. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. You don't know. Now, it's me. We're gonna have a total of 9 townships. Well, there's 9 total that passed. There is never going to be anything similar. You're in Monroe County. You got none. And you have one county, which is Price Township, that doesn't. They don't even, they're out. Okay. Not. Right? There we go. And so now talking number. Oh, you're giving out. Let the Monroe County side go, the side is part. All right, so wait for that. West Township. Okay, Jackson Township. Middle Smithfield Township. That's Jackson. Middle Smithfield Township. Hamilton Township. And Sheriff. Sheriff Township and, others. Well, hold on. So, it doesn't matter, that's really we have. Well, even if I think they don't know it, because they agree, which I would say, I would say. The way they agree, yeah, right, and I was there, but why would I do that? Have to, you know, they have to get out. I think for the thing. Listen. Let's go. Yes.
Got one tomorrow.
People get really, she'll be like, that. Yeah. What's the snap?
Yeah.
It's the, success down to shopping. And they're going to well, no, yeah, we do. Not be signing up for a reservation.
Oh.
For trash. What? I'm going to do something.
How are you? I told your daughter I'm coming to lunch by and you built the web. Sure. I'm sure. I want to feel her. I love you. What's the question? I know she's got lots to do. This is lots to be out. Clark, I see you, Clark, in there. What do you like? Got a cute little house, very nice, and back down. It comes to you. It was next to the old garage, the old right there.
Yeah.
The old garage, the actually town fire department garage. The original. Going towards you, your property, it's right on the left side of the original fire. When it's 83, it's 8. All right, bye guys, I'm going. Yeah. What did I do? I know, I've been. Yeah. I know. I'm. They're fixing one day. Oh, not for that. They're gonna go on. You're gonna be fine. No, that's really happening.
I thought I started at 12 when I did.
Oh, yeah, you started getting that with that. Yeah.
Stop it, I'm changing it, and I'm like,
There you go.
that's the first thing I said. Joy. Good day. Yeah. Now, the also.
You know, I love it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why for 5 years.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
Oh, they have to put it more. Yes, so I have. And I just, you know. I was just relaxing. I don't have to buy anything. I have a chance. I see. Watch something. Except specify that. So. Good, I just have, you know, that's why I'm. But I don't think it's to be quite big. Less. Can't wait for less Wi-Fi. Oh, gosh, that's what you're afraid of.
So I said, no, I didn't go to try to find what's happening, right? You don't raise things, it's that, right? Usually people.
No, no.
Yeah. So. So. It changed the. That's why, I think that's pretty much why we have. Having the whole map. Oh my God, it has to be on, kidding. He's very good at. Yeah, I know, but I. It's just always very loud.
You should come back.
We can ask about livestock, and I'm gonna bring up. You didn't ask about the 2 cows that I'm getting.
Yes, I know. Yes.
All right, I don't. Yeah, no, we don't wanna guess the. Yeah, why, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. You're getting stuff. Friendship, you love a lot of shit. I used to not love. Yeah, that was what you were.
Yeah.
You should be able to. You guys are fine. Nicole, please don't. Yeah. I literally had your list. Oh, that matching, which is texted to me, but I have to take a try. I'll do it for Saturday morning. Yes. I don't know that I'll have it. Next week, I was going to that was in the conversation. Don't you know,
I must be her ride. That must be her ride.
Well, she doesn't look too happy.
Supervisors, please, there you go. Make a motion to reconvene the meeting at 7:57.
I'll second it.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion to adjourn the
Wait,
meeting?
I have to tell you about the Keystone display.
Oh, okay.
So we went back in January, there was supposed to be the deadline for these Keystones. And I went to the county meeting and they hadn't even had them cut out yet. So we had gotten some pictures from one of the art teachers at Pocono Mountain of possibilities for Keystones. And Pam and Grover and I were the only ones here that day. And we said, well, this one looks like it might be good. And then the county didn't have the paint and it got into the spring and
Mhm.
anyway, apparently Barrett does have a Keystone, which was painted and displayed at the county. And now they're sending it to us so we can display it here.
Yep.
I have no idea what it looks like.
So
But I
if you read that email, they did say that they're in process of building ours. They're a little bit delayed, but we should have it in the next few weeks. And then I think that they gave us an example of what it is.
Right, they showed how it should be put together, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody got that and knew the background of
Where,
what this
where,
Keystone thing
where do you
was.
want to mount it? Where, just at our entry off to the one side in the landscaping?
That was, I'm just passing on, all I knew was they were going to do them. It never got done, and now they're telling me that we do have one,
Good.
so. That's all that.
They're on the edge of the detention basin.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, guys. Good meeting.